Eric Church just melted our faces off with his new single. But who exactly is he talking to? Stick That in Your Country Song. It's the first official release from his next studio album, although he's dropped breadcrumbs of other songs since February. Have you heard Church's new song yet? Give this video a thumbs up if you're an Eric Church fan, no matter what he writes. And make sure that subscribe button is clicked so you're always the first to know of any new music from your favorite artists. In teasing the new music in April, he made clear the coronavirus was on his mind as he chose how to move forward with songs he wrote in January.
The silence of now will cower at the noise of soon. When the question of who will answer this call is asked, thousands will raise their fists and say, I will, we will, and we damn sure will.
I'm Addison Hager with Taste of Country, and Billy Dukes is here to explain how Church pivoted slightly once again and landed on this song to represent his new album. Hey, Billy.
Hey, Addison. You doing okay?
I am. Thanks for asking. Okay, this song has me all fired up, but it's quite a statement. What do we know about the writers?
Great first question. Until now, Church has really only ever cut one outside song. That's a song that he didn't help write. It was Like Jesus Does, a love song from his Chief album. But even though all of the songs on his next album were written and recorded during this 30-day cram songwriting recording session in the mountains of North Carolina last winter, he wasn't in the room when Jeffrey Steele and Davis Nash wrote the song. Davis is fairly new to the mainstream country music songwriting community, but Jeffrey Steele, he was the dominant songwriter for about a decade in the late 90s and early 2000s. He's best known for songs by Tim McGraw, Montgomery Gentry, and Rascal Flatts. You'll recognize titles like Meanwhile Back at Mama's, My Town, What Hurts the Most. Those are all Jeffrey Steele songs. He's not a rock the boat kind of writer.
I was gonna say, it sounds like they're...
Taking aim at everyone in Nashville?
Yes!
Yeah. I don't know how you can hear it any differently. After describing a lot of ugly realities in America, Church cries out, stick that in your country song, take that to number one, get the whole world singing along, stick that in your country song. This is on brand with Church. He's a bold country songwriter who's really afraid of nobody and nothing. He's previously taken aim at reality show contestants who make it in country music. He's taken aim at other artists in some of his previous songs, the industry at large. This is why it's sort of doubly shocking to see that he didn't write it.
Honestly, the song almost sounds like a duet. Who's the woman he's singing with?
Longtime Eric Church fans are going to recognize Joanna Cotton. She's his favorite background singer and a really talented vocalist who tours with him. Joanna was featured similarly on That's Damn Rock and Roll from Eric's Outsiders album from several years ago. I think that's the song that you can compare this new song to the most, at least sonically.
How do you think his fans in Detroit and Baltimore are going to feel about this song?
I love this question. I grew up in suburban Detroit, and when I heard that first lyric, I was like, yay! And then I was sort of like, ooh. You know, Detroit gets a little bit of a bad rap. The leaders are trying really hard to clean it up, and they've had some success. But overall, I think Detroit and Baltimore are really just symbolic of any metropolitan area where drugs and gang violence are an issue. The lyrics are particularly salient post-George Floyd, something that he recognized in a video made for his fans. Remember, the song was written before coronavirus and before the cops killed George Floyd in Minneapolis.
As real as the song was to me then, it became 100 times more real as time continued to evolve. That's rare.
Okay, last question. Do you know anything more about his new album?
I'd bet it's going to be called Stick That in Your Country Song because he's led with the title track on the last 3 albums, and because if you go to his website and click on the music or discography, there's an album called Stick That in Your Country Song. So, aside from the new songs, though, and he previously shared those, we'll include some links in the upper right, I'm betting there is some safer, more radio-friendly songs to follow this up with. He's kind of trending in a more don't-give-a-damn direction, though, so anything's possible. Historically, Church has led with kind of a punch first and been satisfied with a top 10 or even a top 20 hit because those songs represented his vision for the entire album. Then he's followed that up with some less dynamic number 1 hits.
Whew, that's a lot.
Right? I don't think Eric is going to get invited to many parties this year or next. A few A-list artists might even be like, hey bro, you're not talking about me, right?
Oh gosh. Okay, thanks Billy. I'm Addison Hager with Taste of Country. Thanks for watching, and as always, thanks for subscribing.